Welcome to Crazy Shit in Real Estate, a weekly podcast where I walk you through some of the wildest, most unbelievable stories you'll hear from the world of real estate. If you like real estate and you love crazy, this is the podcast for you. Before we get any further into this episode, I've got some information to share.
Oh, it's true. Real estate is super competitive and harder than you expected. That's why I created Leigh Brown University. It's everything you need to take you from point A to point whatever your goal is. You could be new to the business or a seasoned vet. I'll help you break through to the next level so that your professional life can look exactly like you desire. Enroll in Leigh Brown University today. I'll help you get there.
Right. And this was the kicker. So I'm a big history buff. I walked into, they took over Bear Stearns. So I wanted to go to that cafeteria today because they had better chefs at that one than the one at JP Morgan. Because we were spoiled when it came to that.
Chefs in a cafeteria.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I walk into the Bear Stearns lobby, and there was a glass case sitting there in the middle of the lobby where people were just walking by, ignoring it, laying their coffee cup on it, whatever they were doing. So I walk up to it and I look at it and I start reading the inscriptions, and there was 2 dueling pistols that were sitting there. And I read the inscriptions and it said, these are the dueling pistols that Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton used in
No way.
Yeah. And I'm sitting there and I got chills when I read it and I go, you gotta be kidding me. Now remember,
I they were still in existence. I figured they were lost to history.
Remember, Alexander Hamilton started the Bank of New York.
Right.
The Bank of New York became Chase. Chase bought JP Morgan, not the other way around. So, you know, I was excited to work for a company like JP Morgan because they have a lot of history in this country, and they did actually save this country several times. I didn't like the idea of the whole Federal Reserve establishment that they put together, you know.
That's for another episode. We'll talk about the reserve.
That's and people need to understand that and jump down that rabbit hole. But you know, it was interesting being with that group. I just thought it wasn't for me. I wanted a small mom and pop kind of operation, and what wound up happening is I was just going to open up a small office, me and my ex-wife, do 1 or 2 deals a month and just live. And you know, my thing was time. Time was a big thing for me. Ever since I read Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad book back in, I think, 2001.
Everybody should read that. Hello. And
it'll make you the worst
with your kids.
Worst employee. It will make you the worst employee ever, because that's what it did to me.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
So
that's where it all kicked off back then. But I kind of, Realty Executives approached me and they said, hey, you know, we know you're opening up an office and we're trying to, you know, grow in this territory. We'll make it super easy for you to franchise. And I said, okay. I jumped on a plane. I went to Arizona. I met with them. They told me what the plan was and they've held true to their word. And so here we are almost 7 years later. And we were injected in an area where we have competitors right down the road from me, and they've been entrenched here for 30 plus years, but we have a different way of doing it. I pull on my background of marketing and online marketing and digital marketing, which none of them could understand. And that's how we've grown the business, and we've become the top agency in town because of that.
And also because of your mindset, because your mindset is that of abundance, which says that there's enough out there for different perspectives and different plans and different client bases. And that's huge. And more agents need to have that mindset of, hey, there's a space for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's too many. I don't do any of the typical, like, you know, for sale by owners. I don't chase expireds. I do more what they call pull marketing. I put the content out there and people come after me, kind of like what you do, exactly what you do. And you do a very, very well tight job of it as well. I've never seen somebody produce their podcast or their YouTube channels like you do. I mean, you have follow-up and everything. It's great. Really good. Really
I
good.
also am surrounded by amazing people, which is one of the secrets of success, is don't have to do everything yourself. Surround yourself.
True. Very true. Same thing we do here. I have, on my team, I have about 14 agents. And, you know, I'm with them every day. I handhold. I guide them through what they need to do. I got some offices around me that have 250 agents. But the biggest complaint is that they don't ever get to speak to the broker. That's really it.
Oh, you're enjoying this little clip? Well, the rest of the story is available on any of your podcast apps. Just go search for and subscribe to Crazy Shit in Real Estate with Leigh Brown.